I was born and raised in former USSR. My childhood and teenage years were spent in constantly being cautious in what I say, what I do. It's a country that is not very forgiving. So I was like a bottled up person in a cage where you have to be very, very careful about everything that you do or say. That also affects your creativity. When I was 17, we have come to the best country in the world, to Canada. That offered me freedoms, freedom of speech, freedom of creativity, freedom of actions. So my life has drastically changed in a good sense. I have become very outgoing, outspoken. I have graduated from University of Western Ontario here in Ontario with a degree in mathematics and computer science. From then on, it was upwards climbing the corporate ladder, and I thrived. When I turned 35, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I know it sounds shocking, and a lot of people are shocked by just hearing about it. To me, at that point, it was more a nuisance and deterrent from my life because I wanted to further my career, I wanted to work, and to me it was, well, it's in the way of my career, it's in the way of my moving forward. So I dealt with it as you would deal with a project. Everything was scheduled, everything was pre-assigned, everything had to be done on time, and it was very, very, very difficult. At one point I met a very, very wise woman, and she said to me, "Galina, you need to start approaching things in color, not in black and white and steps, but in color. You need to reach deep inside yourself and see how you see world, in what colors you see it. And then dealing with problems will become so much easier." And I did just that. I wanted to express myself in lots of colors, and I felt it coming out of me. And I decided I want to paint, but I know I have no talent whatsoever to paint on a paper. I can't draw a straight line. So what I thought I'd do is, I said, okay, I can do coloring. Instead of painting, I can do coloring. Coloring figurines is very, very forgiving because somebody before you has already created a 3D image. You don't have to make something look 3D or alive like people who paint on a paper have to do. So I decided I'm going to paint figurines, and I have chosen clowns. To me, from a very childhood, clowns represented fun, laughter, silliness, happiness, and lots of color, because when my parents took me to the circus when I was a child, the most colorful things in the circus were clowns. They always wore lots of color, lots of mismatched clothes. They had those big red noses, huge lips and stuff like that, and they were complete opposite to me. They were not ordered. They were carefree, they did stupid things, they were just loose, where I was very ordered person. So I decided I want to start painting clowns. So I have bought all the paint that I could get my hands on, and all the clown figurines that I could find, and I started painting. Going through something difficult in your life, when it comes to your health, because health is everything. Like if your health is no good, you can't act, you can't think or whatever. So going through treatments, especially chemotherapy, radiation, is a very, very dark thing. Like it affects your body, it affects your thinking, it affects everything around you. And you need something to counteract it. At least I needed something to counteract it. From gray and black and green of cancer, I needed something opposite. I needed colors and a lot of it. For once in my life, I just relaxed and let whatever was inside me come out. Without anybody telling me what to do, what to think, what to dream, how to do it, whether it's right or wrong or whatever. I just said, this is solely mine, and I'm gonna let it shine and come out any way it comes out. Nobody can critique anything. It's whatever you want. Nobody can tell me, oh, this line has to be straight, or this is the wrong color, or whatever. So I found another freedom that I was always searching for, because I wanted freedoms. Because I was bottled up all my life, my childhood, so I was looking for freedom. So that was freedom of what color I want to choose, how I want to paint, and nobody can take it away from me. So it kind of took me to a different world of Alice in Wonderland. And I could escape. When I paint, nothing exists. Nothing. All that exists when I paint is color, imagination, and gray figure in front of me to start with. And by the end, it was alive. But it was alive with my colors. You drown in the world of color and you don't see anything around you. You're just so absorbed into it, and it brings so much positive energy, because that's something positive that you are doing, that you want to stay with it. Made me forget the darkness, made me forget the pain. It came out naturally. It's something that I didn't even know that existed inside me. So every person, I believe, needs to look deep, deep inside and find what is it that we have hidden that we do not exercise. What is it that we have? What talents do we have inside us that we don't even know of? I love my garden.